What's up, guys? Gordon here. Going to break down just real quick reaction to the win today. Dan and I are going to do our larger breakdown tomorrow. Dan's out of town tonight, so he's not able to get in for the recap. But man, what a W it was, right? I mean, last road game we won was against Denver last year, so it had to be again another road victory this year against Denver. Sean Peyton called us the offseason champs, called Hackett the worst coach in history, and you know what? Today we come out the regular season champs of this game, and Nathaniel Hackett gets to be grinning like that Kevin James meme with hands in the pockets. Oops. So you know what? I have no sympathy for Russell Wilson and the Broncos or Sean Payton, whatever. But man, this was a team victory, if not carried by special teams and defense. I think Wilson did just enough to win. Spread the ball around, seems to be developing a real good rapport with Tyler Conklin. So I love to see that. Tight ends getting more usage this year than probably the last 3 or 4 years on this Jets team. And again, another storyline coming to this was Breece Hall, right? We've heard 10 million times from Saleh at this point. It feels like that the pitch count is off. There's no count on Breece, and we haven't really seen that. But this game at Mile High Stadium was the time to see it, and 177 yards and a touchdown. I mean, I don't think Breece could have marked his comeback any better than that. So offensive line played really well. Sucks to see AVT and Becton limping, a little hurt. Saleh said at the end of the game it's a concern, so prayers out to AVT. Hopefully he's all right. And hopefully Becton can nurse that injury and come back next week, because this O-line was looking really good. And I got to admit, even with them coming out, didn't look like we really lost a step too much. But man, whatever that defense eats, takes, talks at halftime, we need to feed that beginning of the game, because our defense definitely comes out a little slow, but then adjusts second half. And you know what? Broncos had to do it in the fourth quarter, but they scored their first touchdown on us in the second half all season. So if we're going 5 games with only 1 touchdown in the second half, I'm really, really happy about that. So we moved to 2-3. Next week we'll play the Eagles with a chance to go 3-3. I think anybody looking at this was going to say, you know what? Even with Aaron Rodgers, we go into the bye at 3-3. We're happy. We got that chance with Zach Wilson against an undefeated Eagles team. So this is going to be scary, right? It's got the feeling like that Chiefs game where there's nothing to lose. And, maybe that's where Zach Wilson thrives, and hopefully we can get the W then and go into the bye 3-3. But we'll talk about that later. And again, Dan and I are going to break down this victory tomorrow night. He's out of town, so we're just wanted to pop on here, do a quick video. Love that Hackett got the win. I mean, guys, he was named a coach, or he was named a captain. He got the game ball at the end of this. You just got to know he was feeling some type of way about those comments that Sean Payton made. Look at Sean Payton sitting over there at 1-4, probably not going to make the playoffs, because no team is. I mean, some teams have gone, but the percentage is way down for 1-4 teams making the playoffs. Making those comments, and then you know what? We came back and just schemed up enough to win on the offensive side, but special teams and defense won us that game today. Shout out to Bryce Hall, man. Also getting a lot of flack, I know, on this from this channel as well. But I loved Bryce Hall coming out of UVA. Had a pretty decent rookie season when he played, and then has kind of trailed off since then, but following in what seems like Ashton Davis's footsteps of popping in there, and when he gets his number called, he's going to make a play or two. So you know what? I think he did real well in DJ Reed's absence. But again, full breakdown coming out tomorrow. Just soak in that victory on a Sunday night. As my wife said, it's going to be one of the first Sundays where I'm not a grumpy Gus all friggin' night. And she gets to see a happy smile on my face Sunday evenings. You know what? That usually happens anyway, because of my kids and her as well. So, but now we get an extra big smile because the Jets won. JETS, 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 Jets. Enjoy your victory Monday tomorrow morning. Probably a little sluggish driving into work because we're also happy and having a little bit of fun. But you know what? It makes it all worth it because the Jets won, and we're on to the next, baby. Here we go.